Hi, welcome to Road 200 Quant Questions. From a class of 10 students, 4 students have to be selected for 4 different events, one participating in each event. Okay. From the 10 students, a specific boy has to be selected and a specific girl is not selected. That means 8 students are left from which I have to choose 3 because one is already selected and one is already rejected. So which means since I have to choose 4 students totally, so from the 8 I have to choose now 3, 8C3. Which is 8 into 7 into 6, 3 into 2 will give you 56. Now these 4 students selected have to be arranged them into 4 different events, which is 4 factorial ways, which is 24. So total number of ways is 56 into 24. So if you look at it, you can solve 24 into 50 is 1200. 24 into 6 is 144. You will get the answer as 1344. C option. So first choose from 8, you choose 3 and then you arrange the 4 people in 4 factorial ways. You get the answer as 1344. A set of 10 numbers consists of powers of 2 from 2 raised to 1 to 2 raised to 10. How many ways we can choose 2 numbers such that the product is more than 2 raised to 11? So let's take one number. If I take 2 raised to 10, okay, if I take 2 raised to 10, what can I take? I can take 2 raised to 2 to 2 raised to 9. 8 numbers. If I take 2 raised to 9, what numbers can I take? I have to take 2 raised to 3 to get more than 2 raised to 11 to 2 raised to 8. Because 2 raised to 9, 10 is already taken out here in the first case. So you don't have to repeat that. So 3 to 8, which is 6 ways. If I take 2 raised to 8, it becomes 2 raised to 4 to 2 raised to 7. 4 ways. And if I take 2 raised to 7, it becomes 2 raised to 3 to 2 raised to 6. Right, so if I take 2 raised to 7, I'll have to take 2 raised to 5 to 2 raised to 6, 2 ways. So total it comes to 12. If you look at pattern 8, 6, 4, 2, for 2 raised to 6, it will be no ways, none of the numbers. So total numbers is 20, so answer is D option. Take a pattern, you can make out a pattern after some numbers. It always reduces by 2, 2, 2. Here, since the numbers are very small, you can directly get the answer as 20. A number 105 is expressed as a sum of 2 or more consecutive non-negative integers. How many ways can this be done? So 105, first of all, break it up into factors, 3 into 5 into 7. So when you say 2 or more consecutive non-negative integers, that means they're in arithmetic progression. In an arithmetic progression, sum is nothing but average into n, where average is the middle number. Sum is nothing but average into n. 105 is odd. So let me start with odd number of numbers. If it is odd number of numbers, the middle number will also be odd. Should be odd technically. So let me say smallest possible. 3 numbers. If I take 3 numbers, the middle number has to be 7 5 is 35 possible. Okay. If I take 3 numbers, the middle number has to be 7 5 is 35 possible. So you can get a number like 34, 35 and 36. If a number of numbers are 5, the middle number will be 7 3 is 21 possible. Middle number 21, 5 numbers. So 20, 19, 22, 23. Middle number 7, number of numbers 7, the middle number will be 15 possible. Number of numbers 15, middle number will have to be 7, 15, 7 is 105. So if I take middle number 7, then if you look at it, initial number will have to be 0 to 6, but possible because they said non-negative means 0 can be possible. So 0 to 6 and 8 to 14 possible. So even number of numbers 15 also is possible because 0 to 14 will give you sum as 105. Okay, now let's look at even numbers. If I look at even number of numbers, as I said, sum is average into n. N will be multiple of 2 even. But since the total is 105, the average will have to be divided by 2. Anyway, in an even number, average is always average of middle 2 terms, which is 0.5. So divide by 2. So n is a multiple of 2, it has to cancel off. So let's look at what is possible. Can I take n as 2 numbers? Yes, if I take 2 numbers only, okay, the average will be 105 upon 2 which is 52.5. So number will be 52, 53 possible. So 2 numbers is possible. 4 numbers is not possible because 4 divided by 2 will be 2 multiple of 2. No. Let's look at this. 3. Since there is 3 out here, n can be 6. 6 divided by 2 will be multiple of 3. And here it will be 7 5 is 35. 35 upon 2 will give you 17.5. So 6 numbers with the average of 17.5 possible. I repeat this. So 3, 5, 7. This has to be a multiple of 2 even number of numbers. So I take 3 out here. 3 2s are 6 numbers. And the average will be 5 7s are 35 upon 2. 17.5 possible. So 6 numbers is possible. Next, if I take 5. 5 2s are 10 out here. And the average will be 21 upon 2. 10.5 possible. Okay, so automatically you can make out that 10 also is possible. If I take 14 out here, average will be 15 upon 2, 7.5. It means 7.5. So 1 to 14 possible. The average will be 7.5 and number of numbers will be 14. Even this is possible, 14. Further than that will not be possible. We'll go to negative numbers. So these are the 8 numbers possible. So 8. There's also direct way maybe with using a formula, but this is what you need to understand conceptually. So when the product is odd, the sum will be in an arithmetic progression, sum is average into n. So average will be middle number which is odd, n will be odd. But moment n is even, your average will be divided by 2 because even numbers, the average is middle. For example, if I take 52 and 53, average is 52.5 for even numbers. So you will always have a divide by 2. So number will be multiple of 2 can cancel off and you can still get even numbers. Use 3, 5, 7, you will see 8 numbers are possible. So 8 will be the answer. How many 3-digit positive integers are divisible by 7 or 25? How many 3-digit positive numbers are there? From 100 to 999. Between 900 numbers. How many of these are divisible by 25? Just divide by 25. So you will get 900 divided by 25. 36 numbers are divisible by 25. How many are divisible by 7? Divide 900 by 7. 7 1s are 7, 20. 7 2s are 14, 60. 7 8s are 56 and 4 remainder. So in 896 numbers, there are 128 numbers which are multiple of 7. So we will look at 4 numbers. If I look at 896 consecutive, understand this. Every 7 consecutive numbers, one number will be multiple of 7. So in 896 consecutive numbers, there will be 128 multiple of 7 because 896 divided by 7 is 128. Now 4 numbers. You can take the first 4 numbers if you want and check if they are divisible by 7. First 4 or last 4, whichever way you want. If you look at first 4, there are no numbers divisible by 7. 105 is divisible by 7. So that means I can make out that number of numbers divisible by 7 will be 128 in 900 numbers. Now by both 25 or 7, remember. So 25 or 7 both, all numbers multiple of 175 will be divisible by 25 and 7. How do you find out? Since there are 36 numbers multiple of 25, 25, 50, 100, 125, 150, 175 and so on. Here again, every 7 numbers, one number will be divisible by 7. Because they're co-prime, 25 and 7 are co-prime. So every 7 numbers, one number will be divisible by 7. So in 35 numbers, 5 numbers will be divisible by 7. One number left. The one number you can take first or last. If I take first number 100, not divisible by 7. So we can make out that there are 5 numbers which are divisible by both 25 and 7. So numbers will be 36, which are multiples of 25, 128, which is multiple of 7, minus 5, which is multiple of both 25 and 7. If you solve this, you will get the answer as 159. 164 minus 5, 159. That is the answer, A option. Right? Inequality is given. It satisfies both x less than 3 and x more than 7, only when these terms. If you notice properly, the numerator is always positive. No matter what number you put, it will always be positive. So negative term in between that we will get because of this term, because of denominator. And a borderline case, the case where it just doesn't satisfy, will be at x3 and at x7 it will not satisfy. This is a just case where it will not satisfy, which is possible only if the denominator is x minus 3 and x minus 7. So numerator is positive. If you look at between 3 and 7, x minus 3 will be positive, but x minus 7 will be negative. X minus 3 will be positive, but x minus 3 will be negative. Okay, if it's more than 7, both will be positive. Less than 3, both will be negative. So that means the denominator is this equation, which is x square minus 10x plus 21. So from that we get b as 21, a as minus 10. So b minus a is 21 minus of minus 10, which will give you 31 as the answer. C option. Thank you.